Episode 7. A cold silence extended between the two of them for a few minutes, and wrapped her arms around herself, suddenly cold. She wished Maeve would speak up with some COCKY, inappropriate comment, but since they had returned last night, there had been nothing but silence. Impossible. It's not my child. There's no way, Brad answered finally, a panicked edge to his voice. I don't care, Brad. This isn't my business. Find a way to sort it yourself. And answered flippantly, already slamming the walls around her heart so that he could never hurt her this way again. What? Of course, it's your business. You'll be my wife in a matter of hours. We can face this together and we'll work through. And snorted loudly and laughed hard. It was a sound devoid of any happiness and filled with mockery. You can't seriously expect me to still go through with the wedding after this, Brad. Get over yourself. I refuse to play stepmother to the brat of my stepsister. That's beyond all kinds of you see, ket up. And sneered derisively. You can't just cancel the wedding. This has taken months to organize. People have traveled from different counties just to be here. What am I supposed to tell everyone? That you stuck your dick, Kay and my sister. But then, honesty isn't really your strong point, is it? And, please, fuck you, Brad. I hope your wolf deserts you. And don't. I and Veritas reject you. The sound of the line going dead and the resulting tone of a disconnected call bleeped loudly in Anne's ear. She stared incredulously at the phone in her hand. Did he just? Motherfucker. And screamed as she launched her phone across the room angrily and watched it bounce off the wall and onto the floor. If Brad thought that would save him from Anne's rejection, he had another thing coming. Anne slid off the bed angrily, and after a quick shower and washing her hair, she began to get ready. Self-obsessed, arrogant little prick. How dare he refuse to listen to my rejection? Just wait until I get my hands on the little twerp. And muttered furiously as she rapidly pulled her clothes on and grabbed her phone from the position where it had landed. She stormed out of the bedroom and barely dodged the housekeepers in her fury as she entered the kitchen area looking to grab a quick breakfast to take with her. The kitchen staff hurriedly passed her a bag with a hastily prepared bacon and egg panini, and she thanked them hastily as she turned and walked straight into Ada. Ada shrieked as the coffee she had been carrying tipped down her front and glowered at Anne furiously. Watch where you're going, freak. Fuck. This was new. It's completely ruined. Ada wailed. New? Thought sloppy seconds were more your style. Anne snapped as she pushed past her. Is the little princess still sore that I'll be marrying her man because I'm a better choice? Really, and you're ugly enough already. If you let jealousy twist you more, no one will want you. Ada's shrill laugh tore through her and whirled around, snarling furiously, and rushed towards her. Ada yelped, her eyes wide with fear as she tried to get away from her, but she was too slow. She was slammed into the wall with such F0 RC that all the air from her lungs left her. Anne's forearm pressed dangerously against her neck, and she gasped for breath as he stared panic-stricken into Anne's eyes. Anne's eyes were ablaze with a fury that she hadn't known she was capable of, and she snarled menacingly, her tone conveying her deadly intent clearly. You've pushed me too far this time, Ada. You're welcome to the bastard. Keep him. Ride him to your heart's desire, pop out as many pups as you can for him, and live happily. While you do so, never darken my door or speak to me again. Do you understand me? Ada nodded furiously, rapidly turning a frightening shade of purple as she clawed desperately at Anne's arm. If I ever hear of my father being mistreated or he meets an untimely demise, know that I will return here with a fury that you have never seen before, and I will annihilate both you and your mother. Do I make myself clear? And roared. Ada nodded furiously again, her eyes beginning to roll up into her skull, and her attempts to wrestle Anne's arm from its position on her neck became weaker. with a snort, and released Ada roughly, and with a final look of contempt over her shoulder made her way to the front door. What is the meaning of this? Her father's voice shouted angrily from behind her, and Narcissa's terrified shriek sounded as she fussed over Ada from the position she had slumped in, and paused and turned slowly to face her father. "I'm stepping aside. I won't be marrying Brad today, or ever in fact," and answered calmly. "You can't just call off. Ada is pregnant with Brad's child," and retorted coolly, cutting her father off. Her father blanched as Narcissa's genuine shocked gasp forced an ironic smile to play at the edges of Anne's lips. That was probably the first time that she had ever heard anything genuine come out of Narcissa's lips. "So, you see, Father, I'm stepping aside and allowing Anne to take my place in this marriage." But, the alliance," her father stammered worriedly. "There's no reason it cannot be enforced with Ada taking my place. Brad won't be king, but considering both his and Ada's dishonest nature evidenced by their actions and his treatment of his fated mate, I doubt the Council of Elders would approve of his ascension to the throne anyway," and smirked as she turned to leave. "Wait, and where are you going?" her father called, with genuine concern in his voice.
Full story is available at novelpalace.com. Click the link in the comment section to get it free.